April 26, 1986. A normal night? A routine safety test? And a mistake that would change the course of history forever. What happened at Chernobyl was not just an accident, it was a combination of human error, design flaws, and political silence. This is the full story of the world's worst nuclear disaster. The beginning, a symbol of Soviet power. During the 1970s, the Soviet Union was competing with the United States in technology and power. Nuclear energy was seen as the future. The Chernobyl nuclear power plant was built near the city of Pripyat, a modern city created especially for plant workers. Pripyat was considered a dream city. It had schools, hospitals, parks, and even an amusement park that was about to open. No one imagined that this city would soon become a ghost town. The night of the explosion. On April 25, 1986, engineers planned a safety test. The test was supposed to check whether the reactor could still produce electricity during a power outage. But several critical mistakes were made. Safety systems were turned off. Reactor power was reduced too much. Operators ignored warning signs. At 1:23 a.m., reactor number 4 became unstable. Within seconds, 2 massive explosions tore through the reactor building. The roof was blown off. Radioactive material shot into the sky. A fire started that would burn for days. The silent heroes. Firefighters arrived within minutes. They had no idea they were facing radiation, they thought it was a normal electrical fire. Without protective gear, they climbed onto the burning reactor. Many of them were exposed to extremely high radiation levels. In the following days, several firefighters died from acute radiation sickness. They became the first victims of Chernobyl. The invisible enemy, radiation. Radiation is invisible. You cannot see it. You cannot smell it. But it destroys cells from inside the body. Clouds of radioactive particles spread across Ukraine, Belarus, and even parts of Europe. Sweden was the first country to detect abnormal radiation levels, forcing the Soviet Union to admit the disaster. Initially, the government tried to hide the truth. But the world already knew something terrible had happened. The evacuation of Pripyat. For nearly 36 hours after the explosion, the people of Pripyat continued their normal lives. Children played outside. Families walked in parks. They had no idea they were breathing contaminated air. Finally, buses arrived. Residents were told, "You are being evacuated temporarily. Bring only essentials." Around 50,000 people left the city in just a few hours. They never returned. Today, Pripyat stands frozen in time, classrooms still filled with books, toys left behind, and the famous Ferris wheel that never officially opened. The cleanup operation. Thousands of workers known as liquidators were sent to clean up the disaster. They removed radioactive debris by hand. Some worked on the reactor roof for only 90 seconds at a time, because longer exposure meant certain death. A massive concrete structure called the sarcophagus was built to contain the reactor. A massive concrete structure called the sarcophagus was built to contain the reactor. Even today, the area remains radioactive. Global impact. Chernobyl changed the world forever. Nuclear safety regulations became stricter. Public trust in governments decreased. Environmental movements gained strength. The disaster weakened the Soviet Union politically. Some historians even believe Chernobyl contributed to the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991. Nature's return. Interestingly, while humans left, wildlife returned. Wolves, deer, and other animals now roam freely in the exclusion zone. Nature slowly reclaimed the land, proving that Earth can heal, but never forget. Conclusion. Chernobyl is more than a disaster story. It is a warning. A reminder of what happens when human ambition, political pressure, and safety negligence combine. The city of Pripyat remains silent. A frozen memory of one of humanity's darkest nights. And even today, the name Chernobyl sends a chill down the spine.